So you want to make a difference, and a difference is a good thing to want to make. You want to make a difference in the world, and you want to make a difference in the way that you live so that you can contribute to the world. To make a difference is an honorable thing. To make a difference is something good. And to make a difference is something that I wish to do too. The things that I post and the things that I try and the different ways that I do it, it's my way of trying to contribute. The things I talk about addiction in life and the way that I don't suggest that God speaks through me sometimes. It's a little funny for me to say that out loud sometimes still, because it doesn't seem like something comfortable for me to say. But when God describes to me that it's something that anybody can do, anybody can learn to do it in time, people will be able to do it easily. And if people can do it now, I'm not familiar with people that can do it now. The way that I hear it, the way that I feel it, and the way that I sense it, it doesn't make me unique to God. It just makes me unique to me. But to make a difference in learning and understanding about God, but also learning and understanding about the things in life that happen in life, and the way that we can contribute. There are many different ways that we can contribute, and the ways we contribute are our own. And there are ways that we feel are meant for us to contribute. And when we choose those ways, we can be the ones who choose more right than what we may realize. So the topic is to make a difference. And ask, if I ask God, tell me with the words because I feel a little stumped, God will say this. If you have a desire to make a difference in your life, and the life that you have is a difference that you wish would be different, then the life that you have is a different life that you can lead if you make a difference in your own life. People who have lives that are not different to them but different to others, who may look at them and say, your life isn't as great as maybe it can be, because we see a lot of potential in you. We can make a difference in other people's lives simply by suggesting that they can be better at what they can do already good. People can be difficult to get a handle on whether or not they are truthful in the way that they speak to you. But to make a difference in other people's lives, to make a difference in one life matters. To make a difference in your own life is the most important thing that God says we need to try to do most of the time. Because when we put ourselves second, it's something that second doesn't need to be the thing that we always put ourselves in. Putting ourselves second can mean that we end up being the ones who are not selfless, but just selfish in the way that we try to make a difference in our own lives. We can be second in the way that we contribute to life by being the ones who are the ones who give and are selfless to others. But when selflessness is something that bleeds away our own existence, it can be something that hurts our own existence by being the ones who give more than what we should. When we give more of our time, give more of our money, give more of ourselves, give more of our emotional investment in something, someone, it can be something that's hurtful to ourselves. If we want to make a difference to ourselves, we can make a difference to our own lives. And the difference we can make to our own lives is simply by doing this. You can be a difference in other people's lives, and you can be a difference in your own life in two different ways. Life can be something that you cherish, and something that you love, or some life can be something that you abhor and dislike. When the difference between the two is one is more an elevated existence and an existence that says that we love life, and we know that life is something that we can pass on to others in our daily existence. We can share life in a good way, and we can share life in an elevated way, because we can share life in a good way by being the people that have good exterior reflections of the inside of what we are. The second difference that we can make is we can make a difference by being the lesser difference, being the difference that contributes to life in a lesser way. We can reduce someone's existence simply by being someone who contributes to the lesser existence of complaining about life and saying that life is a difficult road and difficult this or difficult that. Life is difficult. Life can be more difficult for others, or life can be extremely difficult and seem to be almost impossible for some. And some that make life difficult for themselves are the ones who make life more difficult than it really needs to be. If I wish to be a person that makes a difference, I wish to be the person that makes a difference in both directions. When we can live in a different way that shows that we love life, we can add to that greater contribution of a greater life for others to see that we love. And when we love our life, others can see what it is about our life that we love, and we can share what we love about our life in the daily way that we live our lives. When we don't share how much we love life, sometimes we can be silent and we don't share how much life is worth being loved. And when silence can be the thing that hurts us, when we need to speak with other people to share how much we care about our lives, it can be the thing that make other people think that what their mental state may be, it may be the driving state that is the correct state of how life truly is. We need to remind others that if they're in a state of negativity or a state of life is just too difficult, the difference that life is in my life is just a difference that I don't like, we can remind them that life isn't that way simply by talking with them. Being positive is an extremely contagious way to add to making a difference in other people's lives. Being positive is a simple thing that we can do, especially when we are genuine in the way that we express our positivity. The truth of genuineness is that when we say what's truthful in our minds and truthful in our hearts, of what we really think of things and what we share with things, you're not going to go overboard in what you say. You may say things that other people may say are a little bit over the top or maybe a little bit ridiculous, but when it's genuine and it's something that comes from deep inside you that reflects a true reflection of words that are truthful, they may find you a little bit humorous, or they may find you a little bit like quaint, so to speak. But people take most of that stuff, they take it well. People take it well when we say things that are truthful and say things that are positive. It may seem like out the blue kind of stuff, but when we say them with great positivity and the positivity is genuineness, it can be received in a genuine way. And we can make a difference in someone's day, make a difference in someone's life by simply elevating their existence of negativity to a positive, better state. And when we do that, we can change their life simply by moving that life in a direction out of a negative road that they may have been on. We don't know where that negative road could go, but God says that the slightest difference that we can make in a life can be a difference between life and death at times, but we don't really know that. We can't know that on our own. We can't follow that person to the end unless there's someone that we follow to the end. And if they follow to the end and we're not the person that's trying to drive in that direction, then we'll be one that's meant to follow them, simply get them to not go to that end. And the end is death. Death is the end of a negative state of mind, a negative state of existence, a negative state of giving and living. When we live that negative state, and the negative state becomes the negative state where we eventually will give up. Giving up is a negative state. It's a negative state of take from other people and take away from yourself, and not add to yourself. To make a difference in your life is a real ambitious thing to do. It's not true. To make a difference in your own life is simply to take care of yourself when you know that there's better things that you can do. When you can make a difference in you and you can make a difference in how you live, then the difference that you make is the difference that you choose to follow. The way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you exercise, or the way that you interact with people. How you take in things that help to educate yourself or make yourself feel a little bit more connected to the rest of the world. How much you're social, too, can be something that's very, very positive for a person to make a better difference in their life. Isolation is something that's extremely destructive to someone in a negative state of mind, because the negative state of mind is where the devil has his time. The devil steps in, and the devil can be the thing that comes in and takes away all of that positive hope people can have when they are in a negative state. When you reach for God and you reach for Him, when you are alone in your solitude, your solitude can be the thing that also can help you to reach to God, because the more silence that you experience too can be the necessity that you need so that you are alone and not distracted, and the focus of what it is that you need to change in your life. When it is God that is what you need to reach for, is what you end up reaching for. And God can be there to help you battle between the light and the dark, the devil and you, the devil inside, so to speak. The devil inside is a devil that doesn't really exist, isn't true. The devil in you is the devil is a human being that chooses to be a devil in life. But the devil of real, the devil of Satan, the devil of Lucifer is something that God said, he's real. He's a real dude, and he's a real badass dude, and he's a mean motherfucker that will fuck up your life, and he will fuck you up completely if you let him. The thing is, letting him do that. He will embrace you in a way when you are negative. That negative state of mind, that negative less difference in your life is where he can step in. When you feel a sense of foreboding, you feel a sense of something is about to happen wrong, or you sense that state of just negative change of direction when you're having a good day. That's the devil taking a little peek. That's the devil taking a little turn. The voice of God that you hear inside your head, that positive state of mind that you possess, that positive state of mind that many people know is real, is God guiding you into a better light, into a better existence, in the better road of your own path. That is the better path that He made for you ultimately, so that you can exist that better life. To make a difference in your life is to make a difference in the awareness of how you exist between the light and the dark. The light and the dark is what makes a difference in your life. The more light that you see, the more light you give, the more light you experience, is the more light that you'll be. And the more light you'll surround yourself, and light is just goodness to people, and they emanate light. We can't see it, but the soul does, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, no doubt what it is. So make a difference in your own life first. Make a difference in other people's lives when you can, if you can, and do it all the time if that's how you can do it. It's an easy way to think, always when you step out the door, that you want to make a difference simply by being a better self that you are already, and a better self that you wish to be if you're not. And pursue that in your interactions with people. And the interactions with people, you'll see, the positive you are is the positive you'll get back. And the more smiles that you give, the more smiles you get back. And that's a lot of fuel to improve a day, too. People that are just like, shit's going to happen, bad shit's going to happen. People are stupid, people are dumb, people are just not going to fucking respond to me or whatever. People are just going to, Cursing, cursing is negative, but I'm not using it in a negative way. And I curse still, too. And it doesn't mean that being someone who curses is someone who's outside the boundaries of what God finds acceptable to. God finds anything and everything within his ability to be able to accept and forgive. It doesn't mean that cursing is something that God wants me to continue to do, but he gives me free rein to go ahead and do it, because a lot of people curse. Cursing is something that shouldn't be rude, shouldn't be something that offends, hopefully. People will get offended just because curse words can be offensive, but me, make a difference in my life. I still keep cursing around because it's something that helps me to express things, although it's something that I do wish to leave behind eventually. So to make a difference in my life, I wish to be a better difference in your life by being someone who contributes better to the things that I do on these videos. And that for those who like to watch them or less to listen to them, then I hope that they do make a difference, however small, however large, however in between. It's something that I enjoy to do, and I'm glad that God allows me to do it. Amen.